forefront of fighting this battle. Talk to me. What does it mean to have the Biden administration support behind you, behind what you're doing?
It is incredible to have an administration that understands fundamental freedoms of bodily autonomy, understanding fundamental freedoms of what it means to be able to make a healthcare decision about your own body and how that then will ripple back into the future, your lives, your community, and your family. To have partners who understand the issue from all sides, who understand the importance of federal legislation, who understand the importance of courts and confirming judges on the courts, who understand the importance of galvanizing and using their pulpit to tell stories and also provide resources to patients to get the care that they need when they travel. At every turn since the Dobbs decision, this administration has been engaging with advocates, trying to understand what is best for patients, how to protect them, and how to protect providers, and the fact that they are, that they are true partners and true listeners as they create and think about the policies that they can advocate for. I think is incredible.
This is an issue that has been observed around the world, and what the decision that will happen here will impact other people. For example, in developing countries, where women are watching this issue because, reproductive rights. So can you talk about the impact of that?
It's so ironic, right? Around the world, we are seeing advancements on behalf of reproductive rights. We are seeing a lot of countries open up and become more liberal in their support for reproductive rights. Countries, like Ireland and Argentina and, Mexico are advancing human rights. And in the U.S., we are going backwards, right? I think it does have a tremendous impact on, countries as well in Africa, where we do a lot of organizing with young people who are advocating and fighting for rights, because it is legitimizing taking away those rights, right? When a country like the U.S. rolls back rights, it gives more power to countries that have maybe more authoritarian regimes that want to take those rights away. So we no longer a beacon of democracy. We are no longer a beacon of fighting for freedom. We become representative of what it means to actually take those rights away. So it has a ripple effect in so many different directions. And it is really disorienting, I'd have to say, for someone who was raised to believe that we were the democracy on the hill, that we were the bastion, to see these threats and to go roll backwards more than 50 years, it's just outrageous.
There are people, this issue is not just about abortion, as you just talk about rights. This issue impacts women significantly, economic empowerment, labor. Can you talk about that, especially for women in developing countries, in Africa, in Caribbean, in Latin America? That will significantly be impacted. The USAID that provide funding for birth control, so women can make decisions about their own economic empowerment.
When you cannot make a decision about if and when, how many children you will have, right? It impacts your ability to engage in education, in the workforce, to take care of the families that you have. The majority of people that seek access to abortion are already parents. They already have made a decision about their family. And to take away the right to say that this is the family that I want because you no longer will provide access to that care is criminal. And so I think that, again, the ripple effect of what is happening in the U.S. and how it strengthens the hand of people across the world who would, in fact, try to take those rights away, particularly for people who understand that the right to control their body is one of economic freedom. It is one of their ability to provide for the families and the lives that they already have. It is, I find it too critical.
How important is it to have women in leadership, especially during this period? And what message do you have also for women in developing countries to be more engaged in the civil society, in political avenues, so issues like this will not happen again or will not be rolled back again?
I thought the vice president said it so beautifully when she talked about the 6-week bans. You have across the country people making bans based on how they think a woman's body works. But in fact, many of us don't even know that we are pregnant at that point. And so if you don't have the representation of someone in office who understands as they are crafting policy what the real implication is of the decisions that they are making, they will be forcing them into situations where they are vulnerable, that will have economic impact and may have impact on their ability to continue their education or their career and take care of their families. And so representation and really truly understanding that lived experience becomes incredibly valuable.
What is your message to women and girls around the world?
Fight, right? Fight. That every day we have to continue to fight for our rightful place as equal people in this world. And it is a world where we will not gain that equality unless we actually stand and deliver that for ourselves.
Making sure women in the U.S. gain their equality is the primary agenda of Emily's List, an organization that works to elect more pro-choice women into government. Here's what the president has to say about ensuring women's rights and reproductive freedom in the U.S. Talk to me about what step you're taking. Today, the President Biden, and the Vice President just announced their re-election. So talk to me about how you will stay engaged and what step you guys are taking regarding the re-election and also electing more women into the office.
Look, the mission of Emily's List has been simple and clear for the last 38 years. We are an organization that is the nation's largest resource focused on getting Democratic pro-choice women elected. It is to the country's benefit that Vice President Harris is a Democratic pro-choice woman and has been a steadfast champion for reproductive rights her entire professional career in public service. And so at Emily's List, the Vice President is a manifestation of the work that we've been doing for 38 years. And frankly, she stands as the hope and beacon for the work that we will continue to do and model for young girls moving forward. And so what will we be doing? We'll be continuing to do events like these where we're raising our voices, raising our hands, lifting up the leadership of the Vice President and empowering her story and more young people to see and witness the leadership that she is providing. But we also are working to make sure that Democratic pro-choice women who are running for the U.S. Senate are successful, who are running for governors and to be members of the House of Representatives, who are running to be mayors and attorneys general and secretary of state. What our work is focused on is making sure that women have representation, diverse representation, true representation at every table of government. That's what we've been doing for the last 38 years. That's what we'll be doing this election cycle and for the 38 years to come.
The Vice President Kamala Harris just spoke on reproductive rights. Can you talk about what you're seeing right now?
Women are suffering across the country, especially in states that have banned abortion. Women are dying. Maternal mortality is up. Doctors don't want to train in those states. Patients are traveling miles and miles. And women with wanted pregnancies that have complications are having real problems. And their fertility is being impacted by delayed care. It is really a tragedy for America.
What does it mean to have the Biden administration, the Vice President, the President, the First Lady, the whole administration in support of what you're doing?
There is so much that the administration has done, but the most important work is for the voters at the ballot box, because we got to vote out these extremists. We got to control the court by expanding it. We've got to get control of democracy.
What is it that these lawmakers don't understand about women's bodies?
What they don't understand is that my body is my business. That's really what it's all about. Whether you believe abortion is right or wrong, nobody's forcing you to have one. Let the people who think it's the right decision for them be unimpeded in their access to appropriate, evidence-based, safe medical care.